So welcome today. I'd like to show you how to make lots of colours out of 4 colours. So these are the essential colours that you need to have is blue, like a phthalo blue, white, red and yellow. So with these 4 colours we can make a multitude of colours, and I'm going to show you how. And this is especially good if you're starting out and haven't got a lot of money to spend and just want to keep a low budget option. And at home online is where I'll be showing you how you can do this. But this is just an introductory level video for some of the other videos that I do. So what I've done is just popped a few different colours that we're going to make here. So the ones on the left, so at the top there, green is blue and yellow together, and it's got the 1/3, 2/3 orange. Yellow and red is 2/3 and 1/3 of that. Purple, 1/3 blue and 2/3 red. And you'll notice with those, it's the more dominant colour. So in the top one, the blue is more dominant, the red is more dominant there, and the blue is more dominant there, which has the least proportion. So we'll just start with those to start with. And so we've got our palette, and this is going to be our test sheet. So when I'm mixing colours, if I've got a nice big palette, I just draw a tiny bit from each colour that I'm using. Okay, and there's my green. Okay, I'm just going to paint that there. And you can see that there's more of a yellowy green at this end. Now if we top it up a little bit with more and more yellow, I'm just going to show you what happens. And we get a more limey green. So I've got over here, it says lime green is blue with mostly yellow. So that's what I'm going to pop there. That's a lime green. Now let's go back while we're at the greens. I'm going to go back and pop in the blue. So we've gone back to the original bluey green here. And we're just going to pop in some white. A bit more white, a bit more blue. So more white, more blue. Not too much white. Tiny bit more blue. And what we're working towards here is a turquoise colour, a bit more blue. Still a bit more blue, I think, and more white. So just taking little bits from the edge of your brush. A bit more blue there. Okay, that's getting more turquoisey there. Could just go even more. And we can, of course, white added to any colour. There's your turquoise. White added to any colour is going to get a lighter shade of it. I'm just going to keep adding some more white and pop that next to it. Okay. Okay, while we're in the mix of the blues and whites, I'm just going to clean my brush. So I've got my trusty yogurt container here, wipe my brush. And in between changing colours, I always get all the water out. Always get all the water out, because it also might bring any excess paint off as well. So we can start fresh with a clean brush. Right, so this time I'm going to make a light blue. So a light blue is just blue and white. So, and then we can pop it there. So I've got the dark side of the brush had the blue and white on this side, so we've ended up with a few shades through there. If I just grab more white, really mix it on a palette. I'm just using ice cream container. I think they're really good. And then we can go on that side, light blue, more white, and we can end up with a really light blue. Now, if you wanted more of a teal colour, teal is pretty much just mostly blue and a little bit of yellow. Only a little bit of yellow. And no white. Okay, here we come. So no white, so mostly blue with only a dash of yellow, and this is going to be the teal. Okay, I might pop that on a new sheet because I didn't allow for that. So that's your tealy colour. Gorgeous. All right. So we've got the green. While we're at it, so we've got blue and yellow made green. Blue and yellow made green, or actually teal. Let's go back to just more of a green by adding the yellow. And let's also bring in a tad of red. What have we got there? We've got blue. So it's just all about experimenting. I'm going to put this on another sheet. What colour can we call that? It's like a slaty grey, isn't it? But what I'm going for here, yellow, red and blue make brown. And you can get so many different shades of brown. It just really depends on the mix. That's got a lot of... Still got a bit of a green look there. So we'll add more red and more yellow. Right, now we're getting a bit of a rustier brown. All right, so that's more the brown. If we want to darken that up a little bit, adding a bit of blue will darken it up a bit. More of a chocolatey brown. If you're really after a chocolate brown, that's where you might need a tiny bit of black. But this is probably for any of our online ones. This is as dark as we'll go. Black is handy if you get a chance to get it as well. All right, so back to our original. So we're going to do the blue with the red. Oh, sorry, that was the brown. Okay, so the brown was supposed to go there. There's brown. Right, fresh brush, clean brush. Okay, let's do purple, which is 1/3 blue, 2/3 red. In my experience, purple is quite tricky. Takes a little bit of playing. Just rearranging that for you. Okay. So I've got the purple happening at the top here. So I've got the blue and the red. It's quite a pinky purple. It can actually, that can end up, so you can, from blue and red, you can end up with maroon. Let's go with this for the purple. Yeah, that's quite a deep purple. We can add more blue for more of a violet. So adding more blue for more of a violet colour. And it's very dark. Okay, so you could always lighten that up by adding some white. White will lighten anything up. And put that over here on our crash test dummy sheet. And that's what are we going there? Bit of a purple there. Let's add some more red and see what happens. It does depend on what sort of blue you get as to what sort of purple you'll end up with. There's different shades of blue that you can buy. That's getting closer to purple now. Like I said, purple is kind of tricky. It's something that is worth playing around with and spending some time with to get the right purple. And now I've just added more and more red. So now we're getting into like the deep burgundies. The deep burgundies, cherry, maroon nearly. All right. So 2 colours left to do. Right, so we're going to work on pink. And pink is red and white. I'm running out of space here, aren't I? Red and white. Way more white than red. So it's more of a lolly pink. There you go. I love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. So it's a lolly pink. So if you wanted to make that, I was just going to say, let's add some red and see what would happen there. And you're going to get back to that purple colour again. I added a tiny bit of blue. It's like a plummy, pinky plum. So it just takes a little bit of experimenting. You can write your basic colours down if you need to know the ratios, like I have. Okay, so we've done a few different ranges of pink there. Okay, the last one we're going to do is the orangey colours. So we're going to work on, over here we've got the red, bring in the yellow, more yellow because the red is dominant. Okay, and there's our orange. So this is quite a bit, it's more of a burnt yellow. I'm going to pop it up here. There you go, that's quite a burnt yellow. So if we add more red, just a touch. So that was your burnt yellow. Now we're going to try more for an orange, like a fiery orange. That's better. So the purpose of today is just to show you what you can make out of 4 colours. Now if you've got the resources to buy a set of paints or tubes of paint in probably the minimum. If you want to get more than the 4 that I've recommended, the other 4 I would recommend that you get are, not 4, let's see, is black, pink, green, orange and purple. So you've got the primary colours is red, yellow and blue. The secondary colours are green, orange and purple. And then you've got brown, which is really easy to make. Pink, if you want a pink, once you've got purple, pink is actually easier to make, but if you want to buy pink, and the rest are really easy to make. So with the 4 that I've recommended, plus black and these 3, 8 colours. 8 colours is all you really need for any painting. I really wouldn't go past any more than that. So there's our demo for today. I hope that was helpful. Please pop it in the comments if you really enjoyed that and you got some worth out of it. And keep painting yours in joy and art. Bye-bye.